I ask for the truth on behalf of Jessica Clarke concerning love issues, and I ask for guidance and insight in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth, always. We just cut the deck for you there, Jessica. And where the deck splits is where it's thought to be at its most energetic point, its most strongest, I suppose you could say. And thus, the centre is on top, isn't it? So it means we can deal from the centre, as you would say. I'll just wet my whistle. Right, that's a bit better. So we'll deal out to the first card, which represents your recent past there. We'll just place that there, just face down just for now. And then we'll just place the next card that represents the present just here. And then the future, we just pop over there, near, just over here near you. So you can see that there. The recent past, or the past and the future, is the recent past and the immediate future. So it's not really that long behind or that long ago. And it's not that far into the future. It's just enough, I suppose, as nearest to now as we can get. That's what I always tend to say, isn't it? And then it means we can sort of cope with that, can't we? Let's though see what has been going on just recently in your recent past concerning love issues, or I suppose really the lack of it, isn't it? As you asked there. We'll just flip the next card, and this will be why, the energy of the gate. Everybody seems to be getting this today, don't they? In some capacity or other. The energy of the gate in your recent past, of course, indicating that yes, a barrier keeps you from your goal, or in the past tense, a barrier kept you from your goal. What was the barrier? Was this barrier either your confidence, or was it the fact that you're afraid of entering into some, why am I sort of thinking here, entering into some pattern that you may feel is your fault and will just start reoccurring all over again, and they will do it to you, but it's really you that's sort of not worthy enough, and you make them do it to you. You are the one who makes them beat you, or you're the one who makes them verbally abuse you. You're the one who makes them psychologically attack you in some way. And this is the pattern that seems the barrier is really you. Maybe it is you in a strange sort of way. Maybe you're blaming yourself when it isn't your fault. But maybe, well, I just attract those sort of people because I'm not worth anybody better than that. But that really is a lie, isn't it? And maybe that's the barrier, the lie, the fact that you're lying to yourself, or you've been lying to yourself, and it's created this barrier to stop you from getting what you want. Is it what you want or what you need? There are two just different ways of looking at that, aren't there, really? Let's just see though what's going on now. Let's just see what energy is vibrating here. This may be a clue to it. The energy of the chimera there, just really just indicating that imagination right now clouds your judgment. There's a black cloud hanging over you on that score, isn't there? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you just, well, we've just said it, haven't we, really, in the sense that you know what you expect you end up getting because you're virtually willing it to happen. But nevertheless, doesn't mean you deserve it, but nevertheless, maybe there could be that going on. But your imagination clouds your judgment in this particular case because it happened last time. You think it'll happen again. I suppose really that could be a similar sort of, well, it's not insanity, is it? Usually insanity dictates that you do the same thing over and over again expecting a different result. Which maybe, if that is the case, and you're behaving the same way and you're doing the same things or the same with different people, then you expect a different result, then maybe yes, maybe that could be a form of insanity, but more to do with love, relationships and romance. You've had love before and now you want it again because you've got a taste for it, and yet really, who's to say you need it? Not everybody needs it, do they? But then again, there are those insecurities that exist within us all, I suppose, and that's one of them. And the main thing that sets you back is your imagination. Maybe your imagination is running riot now with you, thinking that you can get the right one when you know full well you can't. Maybe that's another thing. And the barrier that kept you from your goal before, well, yes, it's behind you, as I suppose you could say with it being in the past, but nevertheless, it kept you from getting what you wanted, whatever it was, kept you from getting what you wanted. But have you changed? Or is your imagination just running riot? Are you just thinking too hard right now? And does that just mean that maybe that barrier that kept you from your goal, the gate remains closed for however far away you get from it? I suppose we mentioned that before, similar. You can look back at the gate, it's still closed even if it goes over the horizon. It's still closed to you, but then again it's behind you, so why bother? But it just means nothing can come through toward you. But then again, it can't come from the past towards you unless, of course, it is a flashback or some sort of memory or something like that that comes back to haunt you like an axe or something like that. Maybe your imagination runs riot in the sense of you clouds your judgment, and of course right now it's clouding your judgment and you'll pick the wrong one again and the pattern will reoccur. It's highly unlikely, isn't it? Really, there, Jessica. So let's just see what, I think it's Jessica, Jessica Clarke, I think. Let's just flip the next card to see what this is all about. But you're destined to succeed with the energy of the talisman there, bringing some form of all those magical symbols there, obviously vibrating in some way, with the green of the heart chakra, dead centre there, as you could say, and of course this is really what it's all about, isn't it? Yes, the talisman is there, but also that can sometimes link to finance, in the sense you're going to come into to some money, not a lot maybe, but just coming into some money. Maybe you'll be financially better off now. You haven't got anybody draining your finances away that you're having to spend money on. Maybe in some way, shape or form. Some people spend it on divorces, other people just flutter it away on going out to try and meet the right one, and then when they get back they come back with nobody, and they also return with nothing, and they've got nothing to spend, nothing. They've got to go and work for the rest of the week or however long it is to try and get that money back, when maybe, just sometimes, maybe you should accept that yes, you're destined to succeed between now and this time next month in some capacity, but what capacity will that be? Are you just destined to succeed in finding somebody who can treat you the way you allow them to treat you? Or is your imagination running riot right now and you're expecting too much, and you expect maybe perfection, and in the sense that the next one that comes won't be right, and the one after that won't be right, and the one after that won't be right, and then eventually you will grow old and end up with nothing and nobody. And wouldn't that be a sad epitaph? But you're destined to succeed in something, you're destined to achieve something, but maybe you're destined to achieve what you've achieved before. Achieved to set up a barrier, and then another barrier, yet another obstacle, just to make sure that this is the right one. We'll try and test this one, maybe. Or then, of course, there is that thing, that maybe that lack of belief in oneself, that you are worthy of love, or that you are worthy of somebody decent, that your imagination runs riot and picks the wrong one again, because you're not being pragmatic enough, you're not being grounded enough to sort of use common sense, reason, logic, maybe to pick somebody whom you feel is right for you and not just right for everybody else that you're seen with. Isn't that a strange sort of thing, that everybody else who sees you with, or everybody else who sees you with that person, you just want to be seen with them? The fact they're good looking doesn't necessarily mean they're good natured, but nevertheless you're prepared to go for somebody so you can say that my man is better looking than your man. And at the end of the day, well, somebody may just steal him off you like they did last time, and that will create another barrier that will keep you from your goal even further. But will it? You're destined to succeed. All I can say is whatever you succeed at, the heart chakra, the green of the heart chakra there is right at the dead centre, and all the spokes and the wheel rotates around the centre, doesn't it? But what are you about to succeed in? What are you about to achieve? What is your destiny? Do you believe in that, or do you just believe in fate? The fact that the future is overshadowed with fate and there's nothing you can do about it. And yet the whole thing as one is overshadowed, because it's all one. The past, the present and the future are all the same thing. It's only time that separates them. For now, these cards have spoken.